Hey everybody, good morning to you. How are you? I had a lot of fun last night doing the tarot reading, and the tarot cards were literally screaming at me, especially at the end. Ouch. When I asked about Salah and Foodie's relationship or situationship, as it were, the cards were yelling and screaming, saying, this whole thing is done. It's over. This is the last chapter. And the best thing she can do is just go home quickly because there's really nothing there, really nothing. It's gotten real bad anyway. So for those of you that were a part of the tarot reading last night, I had a really good time, and I hope you guys had a really good time. It was very chill. Love that. I love when the trolls don't come in and just ruin it for everybody. But what's what's Fraudy Beauty been up to? Because that we're not calling her Foodie Beauty anymore. Nah, she doesn't deserve the name Foodie Beauty. She's neither a foodie nor a beauty. A foodie, a true foodie, is someone that they really love quality food. They're very interested in their food, where it comes from, where it's sourced, how it's made, the whole process. So, by that definition, she's not a true foodie. And she's not a beauty either. So, neither one of those things works. So, we're going to call her Fraudy Beauty. And I'd like to give credit to the person in my comments who called her that. I'm not going to take credit for that because I didn't come up with that. Somebody else did. But I think it fits, doesn't it? Fraudy Beauty. So we're going to call you Fraudy from now on, Chantal. You're Fraudy Beauty. Either you're Chantal or you're Fraudy because you are a fraud. And the video that she put out this morning, she's talking about eating lunch and her liver test. And there's also talk about her going after FFG again. I haven't watched the video yet, but when I heard that part that she's talking about FFG and going after her, I'm like, Foodie, really? When you gonna learn? You can't hurt Frenchie. And it's stupid for you to try. And considering your lack of health, do you really have the energy and the time and the focus to try to go after Frenchie? No, you don't. If you had more than 1.5 brain cells in your head, you would figure out that your health is the most important. Stop trying to F around with Frenchie. You already lost that battle long ago, and it's not a matter of you winning or losing right now. You've already lost. It's just a matter of how much do you want to lose? Like, how much are you willing to lose before you can't lose anything else? Anyway, so before we get into the video, I found a lot of great stuff on Twitter. Love all you Twitter people posting your tweets because you guys pass along a lot of information, and I like to add that to my videos. So full credit to all the lovely people on Twitter that come through with all the great tweets. So why don't we just show some of those tweets? Excuse me, I have to sneeze. Oh, it's early in the morning and I got to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. I am so sorry. That just snuck up on me. I hate when it does that. When you get the urge to sneeze and it just takes its time. It's like, come on, hurry up. Okay, so this is from Lauren. Salah sent me a video. They do not live together. If they lived together, he would have shown her the video, not send it to her. Yeah, that's right. Because aren't they supposed to be a happily married couple living together in that little house by the sea? Yeah, they are. So if you live with somebody, why would you have to show them a video? Unless they don't live there. But let's go ahead and watch the clip. Oh, wait. This is the link to the video. I thought it was a short clip. You know what? We'll get to that part when we get to that part in the video, because they posted the whole video on Twitter. But isn't that something if she said that in the video? Salah sent her the video. He sent it to her. But why wouldn't he just show it to you on his phone or something? I mean, he does have a brand new iPhone that you bought him, so why couldn't he just show it to you on his phone, you know? This is from Misty, and also courtesy of Chicken Pickle. So credit to Misty and Chicken Pickle. Good job, Chicken Pickle, for the win. This simply did not age well for old Sugarfoot. We have eyes. We can see you're way past 402 pounds. So full credit to Chicken Pickle and Misty for this. Let's watch the clip.
Unhealthy and eat more here. That's not true. People think I'm more unhealthy and eat more here. That's not true.
Really? It isn't true. Not at all. Not even a little bit. No, it's not true. Not true at all, y'all. Look, our eyes are deceiving us. We all need to go to the eye doctor. We're watching her get bigger and bigger, but that unhealthy eating is just it's not true that it's bad for me. Okay.
My highest weight was in Canada. I was 402 pounds.
When did you ever confess to being 402 pounds? When did that happen? I must have missed it. Because every single time that she did a weigh-in or she talked about her weight, she always stayed in the 300s. Always. She never got out of the 300s. It was 350 or 355 or 365, but she never left the 300s. I never heard her say she was 402 pounds. The last true weigh-in she did at BB's, she was 377 pounds, and the clips for that are everywhere. I've shown them on my channel. Y'all saw. You saw it. I showed it to you more than once. When did you ever say you were 402 pounds, Foodie? When? And I said this last night in my tarot reading. I don't understand how you can get on YouTube, cater to the food fetish people who would absolutely love if you were over 400 pounds because they dig that. You are catering to them by eating the food, but yet you won't confess to your true weight. That's just weird to me. But when did you ever confess to being 402 pounds? I need to see this clip.
At the hospital. My blood sugar was 17. It's now like 6. People think I'm more unhealthy and eat more here. That's not true.
Yeah, but it is true. It is true. Okay, this is from Fondue Pondu saying, I really don't think that's what you want to do, Fraudy. Frenchie did no such thing, but please report her since you want to false report someone and Bream TOS again. So this person's saying that this person's talking about Frenchie. This is Fraudy. This is Fraudy encouraging people to report Frenchie. Hey, Foodie, Fraudy, you can't do that. You can't do that. You cannot use the fact that you have a channel to go after another channel. That is against terms of service, ma'am. You can't incite your subs to go after somebody. Even in a slight way, you can't do that. So Fraudy says, yes, that would be great if you can post them so people can report. We don't watch her, but I will surely report her. Then do it, you coward. Do it. I dare you. I double dog dare you. But I know you won't, because you play dirty like that. You're a coward. You won't go after Frenchie. Not personally. You will not be independent, stand up, pick up a sword, and walk into the arena and fight. You're a coward. You will have people do the fighting for you because that's just the way you play. You use other people to do your dirty work. That way you can stand back and say, it wasn't me. I didn't do it. And if I didn't do it, I can't get in trouble for it. And if I can't get in trouble for it, that means I get to keep my income and my channel is safe. The only thing you got left right now is your channel. And the money you make from your channel is what's keeping everything in your world going. Not well, but still going. So you want all your subs to go after Frenchie. You're saying, go after her, report her, blah, blah, blah. You won't do it yourself. Because what would happen to you if you got a strike or 2 strikes or you lost your channel? No more income for you. No more junk food. No more Salah. Everything would fall apart. Everything in your world is balanced on an upside down pyramid with one tiny point at the bottom supporting everything on top. And that one tiny point is your paycheck. If that's gone, everything else is gone. But here you are telling somebody to post links, and that way you'll repost them, and other people will go after Frenchie. You're a coward. You're an absolute coward. Miss Anthropo says she can't help herself. She has to lie. So here are the tags for the video. And thank you for that, Miss Anthropo. Look at this one tag, losing 200 pounds naturally. But Foodie, you're so trim. You know, you're in the 300s, like you said. So why do you need to lose 200 pounds? Interestingly enough, I'm just remembering something, y'all. I remember when her and Salah got together, didn't he say he wanted her to lose 200 pounds? I remember he did. Like, that was something of a discussion on one of her lives. Like, she needed to lose 200 pounds. Salah, she went the other way, bro. She didn't lose 200 pounds. She gained about 200 pounds. She's never going to be committed to her health. She's not committed to losing weight. I mean, when are you going to wake up? This woman is not about keeping any promises of doing something positive. She's all about doing what she wants to do. And what she wants to do is destroy herself and make everybody watch. I mean, when are you going to wake up and smell the coffee, bro? Hidden Truth says she's always had it. All she did was ignore the symptoms she was having when she said she was in pain, dizzy, and feeling unwell. On top of that, she did snow and drank gobs of alcohol. She is spiteful, and it will be her end. So this is a clip. Okay, and let's watch the clip from Perfectly Imperfect.
Cured my diabetes. I know you think I'm joking, but I actually cured my diabetes. I know you think I'm joking, but I actually did.
So she cured her diabetes. And in order to cure diabetes, she has to have had it in the first place, right? Because you can't cure something unless it's there. So that was her basically admitting without saying, yeah, I've got diabetes. So she had diabetes, she cured it, and now it's back again. She's treating diabetes like the common cold. It's not the common cold. You have it, you have it. There's no recovery for diabetes. There might be a remission if you take care of yourself, but she never has. So she's always had it. Always.
I have high blood pressure. I have diabetes. So they did diagnose me with diabetes officially.
But you knew you had it. You knew you had it. You just didn't care. Now all of a sudden you care. No, you really don't care. She cares because it's something of a topic of conversation for content for the last months of the year when the payout is high. That's the only reason why she cares. She can't rage. Salah's saying you can't rage, which would make you money. It's kind of messed up if you think about it. He won't let her rage, which might be healthier for her, but he's completely okay with her doing mukbangs on camera, which slowly are ending her life. That's okay, right, Salah? It's okay. If she eats like 60,000 calories, that's perfectly fine. Eat that food, get unhealthy, but not allowed to rage. And she's so desperate for content that she is making a mockery of diabetes, just monetizing diabetes. Oh, she's horrible. Horrible. Okay, this is something interesting from Perfectly Imperfect saying, yikes, Foodie Beauty, your organs are in a lot of trouble. So here's some information. What does high AST, SGOT levels mean? A high AST level often means there is some liver damage, but it is not necessarily caused by hepatitis C. A high AST with a normal ALT may mean that the AST is coming from a different part of the body. It is important to realize that the AST level in most patients with hepatitis C goes up and down. What level of AST is alarming? What level of AST and ALT is concerning? AST levels above 40 UL can indicate liver inflammation or damage to the heart, bones, or muscles. AST levels above 1000 UL may indicate liver injury or hepatitis. Doctors may consider ALT results high if they are above 33 UL in males and above 25 UL in females. Well, we haven't looked at her results yet, but I'm sure they're pretty freaking high. Wait, let me see. Let me see. I want to see. Don't. There's the levels right there. Yikes. Yikes. Ugh. It doesn't look good. But why am I not surprised? I don't even know why I'm shocked. I'm not shocked. Miss T says, back in the BB apartment all those years ago. Yeah, so this is a clip from her time with her ex-boyfriend BB, and that was like, what, 3-4 years ago? So let's watch the clip. And also, this is courtesy of Perfectly Imperfect.
They say that most people have to hit a rock bottom to change, and the amount of health issues I've amassed for myself because of my obesity is definitely scary and eye-opening for me, and I really want that to be my rock bottom.
It's ridiculous for people to be like, you're gonna die. Oh well, we're all gonna die. And honestly, I don't want to live to be 70, 80 eating kale.
They say that most people have to.
So all this time ago, she knew that things were serious. She just didn't care. She didn't care. So if she doesn't care, why should any of us care? What can we do? I'm going to say something that's going to sound kind of ugly, y'all, but it's the truth. Sometimes truth is ugly because it's harsh and there's just no arguing against it. Addiction and death, they know each other well. And neither one of them care about your age, your gender, your background, your family. If you got money in the bank, if you got a big YouTube channel, they don't care. Addiction really doesn't care. If you let it go too far, it will take your life. Before that, it will ruin your life. It'll take away your family, your friends, your job, isolate you from everybody. It just doesn't care. And Foodie has several problems, but right now her problem with food is way on top of her, and she will not throw up her hands and say, this is way over my head and I need help. She does need help. She just doesn't want to accept the help, because accepting the help would mean she has to change. Her whole life has to change. So because she wants to let the bee monster run amok, death is right beside addiction saying, you seeing this? And addiction saying, yeah, I do. She's making the choice. What can either one of us do? But she, every time she sits down to do a mukbang, she's making the choice to get to know death a little bit more.
Hit a rock bottom to change, and the amount of health issues I've amassed for myself because of my obesity is definitely scary and eye-opening for me. And
well, apparently they weren't scary enough, because here we are years later and they've only gotten worse. They've only gotten worse. So big question on the chalkboard. What will it take to scare you straight? Or is there nothing that will scare you straight? I don't think there is anything. I'll be honest with y'all. I don't think there's anything that would scare her completely straight and wake her up. I think if she had a somewhat serious health scare, it still wouldn't be enough. She would just look at the health scare and go, ooh, content. Something interesting happened in my life, and I'm going to share with people and monetize it and make money with it. And if she lost a limb or a finger or had partial paralysis from a stroke, she would turn that into content. And I don't want to hear anything from any VIB coming over here saying, you're just mean, Rose, talking like that. No, I'm just being honest. I've been watching this woman for years. And her attitude has always been oversharing and using anything and everything for content. I mean, recently she went to the doctor and she filmed it all. And she was laughing and treating it like a joke when it was not a joke. It was quite serious. This is her life we're talking about. And she's not even taking that seriously. She's just looking at it as YouTube content for everybody else to watch. So yeah, that's why I think if she, God forbid, lost an arm, lost a finger, had a health scare that would scare the crap out of any one of us, it would not scare her because she's still living in that world of delusion. She's living in her persona. She's not living as a person. But let's go ahead.
And I really want that to be my rock
It's
bottom.
ridiculous for people to be like, you're gonna die. Oh well, we're all gonna die.
So cavalier about everything, but are you cavalier now, Foodie? Okay, this is also from Book Lady. This is another blast from the past. Not quite in the BB era. This is after BB. Still a great clip. Book Lady says, if she ever gets a normal reading again, big if, she will act like this again and stop her meds and diet. She's so stupid. Katie says, throw back to 2 years ago when Chantal claimed that she had cured her diabetes.
Hurts. Okay, let's see. Oh my god! 5.8. That's totally normal. Hey, I swear, 5.8. That's a normal blood sugar. So that's a non-scale victory. My blood sugar levels being at a normal fasting. It used to be fasting was like at 10, at least 10, 11. So I am like just really happy.
And that's one thing I find really disgusting about food, like just treating diabetes like a joke. Look, everybody, I'm going to do my blood reading on camera and just show you the monitor, just making something of a spectacle that never should be. You know, if she really cared about her health, she would take it seriously and she would not turn it into content. Okay, this is interesting. And Katie. Here's Chantal back at the villa before she went to Kuwait. Okay, dipping chocolate bars in a jar of fluff, and she ate the whole jar of fluff.
No. I'm not diabetic.
So she's like, I'm not diabetic. So even if you're not a diabetic, why do you need to eat a whole jar of fluff?
Are you?
Because that's really going to help your blood sugar. Okay, this is another interesting clip from Katie. This is an older one. Chantal talking about her doctor recommending that she get tested for diabetes, September 2021. Let's watch.
Get a stomach oscopy, a colonoscopy. I need to get checked for diabetes. Like that needs to be controlled. My doctor doesn't seem to read. I don't know. Like
so, the diabetes has to be controlled, but I thought she cured it. So which is it? You got it or you don't got it?
I don't know. It's just like I have to. I don't know. Like I don't know if I'm like diabetic or not but I have to be if I'm on Ozempic. But she was like saying that I'm pre-diabetic today, so I'm like confused about that. I don't know.
Well, I would think that if somebody tells you you're pre-diabetic, that means that's the equivalent of you're in danger, girl. If you're told you are pre-diabetic, that means you are in danger. You are walking the line. You need to correct whatever it is that's wrong, and you need to watch yourself, and she never did.
So I'm going to be retested for that anyway and see how it goes. I weighed in today. So yesterday when I weighed in, I was 335. Today when I weighed in, I was 334.6.
Don't believe that. BS. Oh, my BS meter is going off. Ain't no way. Ain't no way she was 335. No way. You know what? I take that back. I don't know exactly when this clip was. I do remember when she was with Natter that she said she lost about 50 to 70 pounds. And I believe her. I believed her then because she was doing so much of the nose powder. She was losing weight. You could tell. You could see more of her ears. Her ears are poking out on the sides of her head. You could see more of her cheekbones. You could actually see the weight loss, the physical evidence of the weight loss. But so she was doing all kinds of nose candy. Because of that, she wasn't eating. She was losing weight, but then she gained it all back and then some. So it might be entirely possible she was 335.
Get a stomach oscopy, a colonoscopy. I need to get checked for diabetes. Like that needs to be controlled.
Okay, so I think we already watched that. Sorry. Okay, this is something funny. They say your body is made up of 80% water. I'm not fat. I'm flooded. That's funny. I crack myself up. All right. Like what else? What else do we got here? This is from Truth Is. If we apply her criteria for euthanasia, Fruity Beauty Channel would have agreed it's her time, right? Long-term medication needed? Yep. Diabetes, kidney failure, asthma, sleep apnea. Quality of life decrease? Yep. Can't walk, sit, cook, sleep unaided. Didn't she say that about BBJ? Oh, she's going to be on long-term medication and quality of life. So, like, what's the point of keeping her around? Well, the same question could apply to you, Chantal. I mean, seriously. Oh, this is from Perfectly Imperfect and Utah Pug. So this is a nice little chart for A1C percentage, estimated average glucose, for those who want to know. There you go. And let's see. All right. I think that, well, we'll just stop here because I want to really get to the video itself. I want to get to the video itself and get going with that. But I just thought I'd share all that information with all of you. I just thought you would enjoy it. You know, we all like learning over here, don't we? I like learning. I like learning new things. And sometimes Twitter will teach you new things. Hey, why am I down there? It's okay. I don't care. I don't care. So let's get to y'all. Y'all ready? Get ready. If you got to go get a snack or a cup of hot tea because it is cold outside, or some hot coffee, stop the video now. Go get your coffee. Go get yourself a snack. Curl up with your cat or your dog or your pet and let them sit on your lap for a minute. And let's get to y'all. I'm ready. I'm ready to take on Foodie today.
Hello, Foodie Beauties.
Hey there, Beezers. Want a personalized video from me? Question for super easy.
Shut up. Tell me that you keep an eye on Twitter without telling me you keep an eye on Twitter. Everybody's been asking, where's Harry? Where's Harry the hamster? I'll tell you one thing, that hamster's ears do not look healthy. But everybody's been asking, where is Harry the hamster? I'm looking at that hamster that does not look like the same hamster, the original hamster. The original Harry was like a powder gray, and that's more of a beige brown. So yeah, what happened to the other Harry, Chantal? By the way, Chantal, did you know that hamsters are very sensitive to the cold? They can't take really cold temperatures. I know that you're very, very fond of keeping that house icy cold because you're always hot, but hamsters are little and they can't be too cold for too long. If they do, they will go into like a dangerous hibernation state called torpor. So you need to be keeping the hamster warm.
Howie, did you steal my hijab?
Shut up, Chantal.
Hi guys, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to another video. So today I thought I would have my lunch with you. It's about noon. I'm trying to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner like the doctor recommended.
Okay, wait, stop. Why do we have a backup meal for the main meal? We all know about the backup sandwich. So she's got a meal in front of her and she's got another container beside her. Like, what's that about? Why? Why do we need two meals all at the same time?
Recommended. I was up at around 8 a.m. today, which is pretty good. I slept a long time. I was just not feeling well yesterday, so a bit dizzy today as well. But I took my blood sugar and it's actually lowered. I think the medication is actually working. So here's my blood reading for today.
221 is still really, really high. And can I just give a word about that 414 reading that she said the doctor took when she went to go for her appointment? Here's what I think happened. Foodie, I don't think you fasted, like truly fasted before your visit. Knowing that you like to eat every 2 hours, you ate something, you drank something to cause it to spike. That's why it was 414. It was still way up there. You've got several bottles of juice in the house and the candy bars. Knowing you can't go without food. So you drank something, you ate something, which caused it to spike. I mean, 221 is still bad. It is still bad. If that is your fasting, you're still in trouble.
Fasted. It's still high, but it's not as high as it was. Remember when I went to the doctor, my fasted blood sugar was like 414. So
You weren't fasting though. Listen, if you truly fasted and your blood sugar was 414, you in danger, girl. You need to get your butt to the hospital. That ain't normal.
this is a huge salad. It is order out, but it's from like a really healthy organic place that only makes like really good health food. So this is a huge salad I'm having for lunch.
Okay, wait. Stop right there. Stop right there. Didn't the doctor tell her that she only had like 1 cup of rice or carbs, that her carbs should fit in the palm of her hand? To be fair, she does have big hands now, but you got to be careful with your carbs. You don't need that much. And that looks like a crap ton of stuff.
It has, you're going to laugh, quinoa. But it's actually a really good protein source and high in fiber. It's like a superfood. Cherry tomatoes.
Yeah, but even with a superfood, you don't need like a whole mass of it all at the same time. If you're trying to correct your blood sugar, why not just quietly, respectfully experiment like a little at a time? It's better than a whole bunch at one time. You know, a little bit, then wait later and another little bit, another little bit. You don't need a whole mass all at one time.
Raw cashews, leafy greens, pomegranates, and feta spring onions. And I poured the vinaigrette. It's like a vinaigrette. And this is for later, my dinner for later, so I don't have to worry about that.
Okay, so that's your dinner for later. Why not put it in the fridge? Why is it sitting there? Because you know what's going to happen. That's supposed to be your dinner. You're going to eat that. You're going to eat that plate. Look at the way she's looking at it. That dinner does not stand a chance. She's already Fraudy, mama. You know that plate of salad is not going to do it. It's not going to fill you up, even with the quinoa. You're going to be hungry. If you had only the intention of eating that salad, you would put that away. That should go in the fridge so it stays good, out of sight, out of mind. But if it's in your sight, it's going to get eaten.
Back today because I'm kind of feeling still dizzy a bit, but I need to have the energy to batch cook and have things ready. That's the problem.
Wait, what? I need to have the energy to batch cook. Is she talking about doing like the prep cooking where you make a whole bunch of food together and then you just divvy it up into like little trays and freeze them in the freezer? Because a lot of people do that. There's a lot of people who are very concerned about their health, maybe bodybuilders. They take one day, they make a bunch of food, then they put the food in a little individual trays, and then they freeze them, and they basically make their own little healthy TV dinners or meals they could take to lunch, take to their jobs. So she's like, I need energy to batch cook. You don't have the energy for that. You could have done that for this meal, right? If you wanted to batch cook, why are you buying prepaid meals?
is my dinner for later. I'll show you guys later.
Then put it away. You're putting it on the floor. You have a cat in the house. They're going to smell the food and want to eat it. So just put it away in the fridge. Out of sight, out of mind. If it's right beside you, it's in the danger zone.
Later in the day, maybe what it is. Okay, so, and I have a whole case of water here on the ground. So yeah, so let's try this. Bismillah. Quinoa. I never thought I would eat quinoa. It's because I wasn't making it right. I don't know. Let's see if it's good in this salad.
Okay, like shut up for a minute, foodie. I don't know what is quinoa? I know you're like, what? You don't know? Is it a carb or vegetable? Okay, is quinoa a carb or vegetable? Quinoa is considered a carbohydrate because it contains many carbs per serving. Although it contains some protein, the macronutrient distribution is closer to what you find in other grains and starches. So it's a carb. Let's get a good picture of that. Look how much quinoa is on her plate. That's entirely too much. She doesn't need all that quinoa. That looks to be more than like 2 cups of quinoa, and she needs like maybe half a cup. Still carb loading, foodie.
The dressing is really nice. And I was craving a salad.
No, you weren't. No, you weren't. You've never craved a salad. You've always craved Nashies and Twisty Misties and Starbucks. Never, ever, ever, ever have you ever craved a salad.
I have a medication that I'm on. Janumet XR is sitagliptin and metformin extended release tablets.
You know, foodie, when you do things like this, when you're showing off your medication, you're taking us to the doctor. You're filming inside the doctor's office. When you do things like that, you can't come back later and say, they react to every detail of my life, talking about the reactors. Your fault lies in the fact that you overshare. You keep nothing private in your life. You turn everything into content, and then you get mad at for people for commenting on the things that you choose to share. When you make the decision that you don't want a private life, you want nothing to be private. You want the spotlight on everything. You can't complain about people who give their thoughts, feelings, and opinions on the things that you decide to put out there.
Look how huge they are. That's for the blood sugar, and it seems to be working. Mashallah. And this is Atacand. That's my blood pressure medication. I take that once a day. I take the diabetes medication in the morning and in the evening with dinner.
You know what the scary part about foodie is? Where most people would take medicine like that to help manage things or get things under control, someone like foodie would just take the medication and kind of just, in a way, in my opinion, misuse it or possibly abuse it, because she would take the medication and maybe figure out, like, if I take the medication, will it lower my blood pressure or lower my blood sugar just enough so I could have a B moment and get away with it. Like, she's always trying to find shortcuts and ways to do what she wants, rather than tell herself, I can't do what I want anymore. I got to correct my diet. I got to correct my life. I got to make some serious changes here. But she'll always try to find some kind of shysty or sneaky way to do what she wants, because she wants to continue on the path, not make a new one.
Oh, it has cilantro. I love leafy greens. Mimiga, you're a carnivore.
You know, this is just me, but I think as far as that salad, there should have been more vegetables, more leafy greens than couscous, because that looks like just there's a lot of carbs there, and that's something that she really doesn't need.
She's like sniffing for something non-vegetarian.
Well, that's because you probably don't feed her. Why don't you do a pet food, pet store haul, Foodie? You're always looking for ideas for content. Why don't you do like a pet store, pet food haul? You and Salah go to the pet store, get a crap ton of dry cat food, wet cat food, cat toys, maybe a cat tree. Bonus, if you do that, you're going to win a few points with your subs because you're at least acting like a caring pet owner. And also the bonus, the cat will get fed. So let this be like a world first. Never in the history of Foodieverse have you ever done a pet food, pet store haul. Make it a first. Make it happen for the sake of the pets.
Tastes healthy. Did you know if you need to lower your blood pressure, like you have headaches and your blood pressure's high, eat a banana? I was told that.
Wait, what? What? Wait a minute. I'm doing some fact checking. Just give me a moment. Give me just a moment, everybody. Okay, I'm just looking because I could have sworn that bananas were not good for diabetes because they are high sugar. But I'm checking Google. Google is saying bananas are high. Though bananas are higher in carbs and sugars than some foods, they also contain fiber and resistant starch. It slows down the digestion and release of sugar into the bloodstream. These qualities make bananas a healthy go-to snack for people with diabetes. I know there are certain kinds of fruits that people with diabetes should not have because they're very high sugar, but I thought banana was on that list. So I guess maybe it's a good thing. Although I really don't think it'd be good for her per se, considering she's trying to control her carbs and control her sugar. She's got a problem with both.
Bananas are high in sugar though, but
Yep, sure are.
if you really have to.
And I'm gonna give my thoughts on the whole fruit sugar thing. So she's got a problem with BED. Okay. Because she's got BED and because she's got a severe sweet tooth, she loves her sugar, she loves her carbs. Here's the worry. Here's where the line is. If you're someone and you have BED and you are extremely in love with the sugar and the carbs, doing something or eating something or drinking something that is really sweet or carb heavy, it could trip you up and make you want to go further. So you may start in the place of, I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to eat a banana. But after you eat that banana, your sweet craving might actually get bigger. And you're going to want to go further. Like a banana can turn into a bowl of cereal, can turn into a candy bar. So you got to be careful with that. You got to be mindful of that. And she is not mindful about her eating. So she eats a banana, that might lead to her having a severe bee moment. Because, you know, like the sugar monster is saying, I want to be fed. That banana ain't doing it, girl. Give me more.
Like if blood sugar's not really an issue.
But it is an issue with you. But it is an issue, which is why it might be bad for you.
Mmm. I'm enjoying this.
No, you're not. I don't see the eyes rolling in the back of your head. I don't see a smile on your face. You'll eat it to eat it for content. You will eat this meal to calm your subs down because they are concerned about you and they're getting in your comments saying, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this to yourself? If you keep eating like this, you're going to end up in a casket. So many of your subs have said that in your comments, Foodie. And I know this because I include the comments in with my reacts. There's a lot of people that are concerned for you. And it's really, really awful that they have more concern for you than you have for yourself. You expect others to worry for you and be concerned for you. At the same time, you don't care at all. You so don't care. You act like you care, but you're not making any real changes to make anything happen to where your life is different. It's all about exploiting all of your hurts. Maybe one day your VIBs will wake up and realize that. They'll just come to the realization they are watching and listening and tuned into somebody who just doesn't care. They're just interested in gratifying themselves.
I really need to buy all the ingredients to make bowls like this, salad bowls.
Well, you could have.
Because
I mean, if Salah were there, every single thing that's on that plate, you could have bought at the store. You could have made it yourself. It looks super simple, like some salad, some greens, some tomatoes, cook up a little bit of quinoa, some dressing, done. Why buy a salad? You can make that at home.
they're very good. I was really craving it.
Really? I was really craving it.
Which I'm thankful for because I could have been craving something super bad.
Well, you know what? Here's my automatic question. If you were craving that salad so bad, why is it still there on your plate? We've seen you go to town on things that you crave. If you say, I crave a burger or I crave a nasty, that sucker is gone in 60 seconds. We're almost at the 7-minute mark. That salad is not polished off. Fraudy is an eating champ. She can polish off that food in no time. Why is that salad still there? Because she doesn't like it. I'm just going to say it. When she eats food, it's like, and this is not me making fun of anybody who's ever dealt with addiction. I'm not making a mockery of it. I'm just using a comparison here. When she eats food, what you're watching, ladies and gentlemen, is an addict getting high on camera, getting their fix. They're looking for that high movement. And her eating the healthy food, she's not going to get it because there's no sugar, because there's no processed anything. Healthy food is not going to give you that rush, those endorphins. And that's what she's looking for. She's chasing the dragon, looking for that high, looking for that 3 or 4 seconds of your brain exploding. We saw it happen with her when she and Salah went to go get poutine in Thailand. She was having a complete moment with herself. She was gone, like literally gone. So she'll eat the food, but she's not experiencing that boom moment in the head. So no, she's not going to like it.
Hey, baby girl. So yeah, I'm just trying to feel better. Get this under control.
You know what would really help? Take smaller bites. Take smaller bites. Why do you keep insisting on stuffing your face even full of salad? You can take smaller bites, Chantal. And you know what? That is such... I love like happy accident moments like this. I love that face of hers. Love it. We got to save that. That's great. Take smaller bites. You don't have to eat like a beast. You just don't have to. You can slow down. Slowing down would actually help you eat less because your stomach and your mind can catch up with each other.
I need to get some red leaf lettuce. Maybe, yeah. Are you bored?
She insists on stuffing her fork with as much food as she can put on it. Why? Why are you in a hurry? You're sitting in a room by yourself. I promise you no one's going to take the food away from you. Why are you eating like you've got 5 minutes to finish it all, or someone's going to come and take the plate away? You can slow down.
You don't like salad. Need I remind you that you're a cat? You're a carnivore. Anadami Filastini, Filastini, Filastini. I have that song in my head.
Even with the salad, she's still trying to cater to the food fetish people. Even with quinoa salad, she's still trying to cater to them by like, look at me, I'm stuffing my face full of food. Aren't I cool? No, you're not cool. Stop catering to them. If they want their fix, tell them to go on OnlyHands. There's lots of girls that'll satisfy them there in private, as it should be. They need to get their butts off YouTube and stop looking around for channels that will satisfy their fetish for free.
So, Salah sent me a video.
Okay, we're getting to that part. So Salah sent you a video. Why? You guys live together. Your husband and wife. If two people live together, wouldn't you have said, Salah showed this to me? You're there in the house. He's got his laptop there also in the house. Why not say he showed this to me? He pulled it up on his computer and he showed it to me rather than he sent it to you. Why is he sending you stuff?
A museum here. That is all spooky stuff.
God, she's so awful with her eating. You know, Chantal, you want Salah to take you places and do things with you, but you have zero social graces, zero manners. You wonder why he takes you out at night when nobody else is around, or if he has to take you to a restaurant, you guys sit in the back of the restaurant, or he finds a restaurant with a booth where no one can see what you're doing. If you're wondering, watch your videos back. Watch how you eat. Imagine sitting across from you watching you eat, and there will be your answer. I can't imagine the secondhand embarrassment of being someone sitting in front of somebody and they're literally stuffing their faces so full of food that they can't even close their lips. You want them to spend more time with you? Get your manners together.
Chucky, Leatherface, all the best. So, we definitely have to go. We will.
The only place you need to go to is home. You need to go back to Canada because your health is bad. You need to be back in your home state in case something happens to you, because if it happens in Kuwait, it's going to be so much worse. Stop trying to hang on to a man that wants nothing to do with you. You are in each other's way for for being happy. The longer you guys stay together, the more miserable you're going to make each other. Like, he's so done with you, Chantal. My cards were screaming at me last night. And who is the blonde in his life that's been there for a while? She keeps popping up in my cards. The Empress? Who is she? Who is this woman who's very close to Salah? That's the one he wants to be with. He don't want to be with you. You guys had a business arrangement, and it was good, I guess, while it was good, even though it wasn't good. Things were more lighthearted then, but they're not lighthearted now. Like, things are getting really real. And because they're getting really real, it's turning him off. He's done. He wants to go live his life. He's a younger man. He wants to be more active. He wants to go hang out with his friends and his family. You want to sit in a house and go nowhere and do nothing. He's not happy with you. And let's be real, you're not happy with him either. The polish has worn off. The new car smell is gone. It's time to go home to Canada. Stop fighting it.
I grew up watching horror movies. My mom never let me. I wasn't even allowed to watch The Simpsons until a certain age. I mean,
The irony of that, when you think about it, she wasn't allowed to watch horror movies growing up, but then she became a monster on YouTube.
but
Isn't that right, Fraudy Beauty?
I had a few babysitters that would be watching a movie and they would just let me watch it with them.
You know, Chantal, why don't you just throw away the fork, take the bowl, and just shove it in your face? Something tells me you really, really want to do that. Why don't you just go for it? Go for it. I mean, really push the shock factor to the roof. Why even use a fork?
Nightmare on Elm Street. Pomegranates add like a nice sweet crunch, you know, natural. And they have a lot of antioxidants, so they're very good for you.
Chantal, nobody cares about the nutrition in the food. If we want to know, we could do our own research. Stop trying to sound smarter than you actually are. Fraudy Beauty, you are not that smart when it comes to food. If you were, you wouldn't be over 500 pounds and sick all the way through. Stop trying to add in those little nuggets of information. We're not coming to you for advice. We're not coming to you for nutrition.
And they're very popular here in salads. The quinoa tastes good inside of, like, when it's mixed with other things. I used to make it and just eat it bland. I think that's where my quinoa trauma came from. I'm hoping to feel better so I can get back out there, show you guys more of this country.
Chantal, you've been in Kuwait for over a year. We should have seen a lot more than we have already. Even when you were in Thailand, you didn't show much of that part of the world either. You didn't show any of the beautiful beaches. You did the bare, basic minimum. And we know from experience that all this talk about, I'm going to get healthy and I'm going to see you guys more of Kuwait, it's all just words in the air until you actually make it happen. You don't get it, do you? A person's word is only worth the worth they put into it. If you're a person, your word starts out being worth a lot. But if you lie and you deceive and you con people, you are deceptive, slowly the worth of your word goes down little by little until it's worth nothing. Your word is worth nothing. You are bankrupt with people believing your word. There's no value to it. You've got bad credit, even with your word. You're in the red. If you want that good credit back, you have to build it back up. And you've got to work at it. You've got to keep your word. You've got to be honest. And you're not honest because you continue to lie. Just lying is second nature to you. So no, nobody believes you. Nobody believes you when you say, I want to get healthy. I'm going to change my life. Saying it is one thing. Doing it is another. You never get to the second part.
Mm. This is like the best salad. I need to make stuff like this.
You know, it might be healthier for her to eat stuff like this every day. Because if this were a normal fast food processed meal, that would have been polished off in about 5 or 6 minutes. But because it's not something processed and addictive, it took her longer to finish it. She had to actually slow down to finish it, which is exactly how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to take your time a little bit with eating something like this. You're not supposed to just rush right through it. So if she cares about her health, she'll eat stuff like this all the time. It will add a modicum of control to what she's doing. You know, I've got a working theory. I've got a working theory. So Chantal has her dinner on the floor next to her. How much y'all want to bet that she sat down, she filmed this for one video, she put the food on the floor next to her so that after she was done filming the footage for this video, she was going to grab the other meal and eat it at the same time and just put that into another video. Just doing 2 videos at once. Not waiting to do the dinner one later. Doing them both at the same time. How much y'all want to bet that happened? And that's why she didn't put the food away?
There's definitely balsamic in the vinaigrette. Mm. I know in my last video, I forgot to add the page of the blood work results with my liver.
Okay, so I'm going to stop the video for just a second. I know there might be some of you that you are familiar with diabetes and these numbers. I will be honest, I'm not familiar with numbers like this. I don't have diabetes. But for those of you in my audience that you might be doctors or nurses or RNs, you guys would know what these mean. Although they don't look good to me.
Enzymes test. I looked at it.
The thing is, when she posted the test results yesterday from the doctor's office, a lot of people were calling her out and saying, where are the liver results? Why did it take her a day to post the other results? Why did she split them up?
Closely. They do seem elevated, but every time I get blood work done, they're the same. They're elevated the same.
That's because you probably keep drinking that freaking fruit juice and them candy bars, and everything's going to be high. And I think maybe you might be doing that on purpose. By screwing up your own results, you can't give true results because the doctors can't establish a baseline if you keep effing around and before you go, you're drinking the fruit juice, you're eating the candy bars, you're eating the carbs. They can't get a true reading on anything to know exactly where you are, to establish that baseline, to know if something is seriously going wrong or not. If you cared, you would do what you need to do to establish a baseline. But you just have to eat, don't you? You have to eat all the bad stuff, make your blood sugar spike and make your levels go whack.
Doctor ever says anything about it. Like, I asked. Kidney, I didn't ask how my liver was. I asked, how's the kidney function? And he said, other than, just we have to get that number down, that MELB, but your pancreas, liver are fine. So I don't know. I think an ER doctor told me once, when I asked them about the high liver enzymes.
Oh, so it's happened before. Oh, thank you for letting us know. So you went to the ER way before now, and he even told you your liver enzymes are screwed up. So thanks for that little slip. Like, your liver has been experiencing problems for a while. You just said that. This is not something recent. This is something that's been ongoing. Although you have told us you have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. And you did say that it's 3 times the size of normal. So your liver is effed. It was F then, it's even more F now.
They said, well, made a mess.
What's new?
It's normal for them to be elevated a bit, in people who are obese. So, I don't know.
I bet the doctor told her to get her butt to the hospital. If that doctor was worth anything, if he was knowledgeable and he saw those numbers, all the numbers, he would have been telling Chantal, go to the hospital. He probably recommended that, and because she doesn't have the money, she's not going to go. Because no doctor seeing her numbers would just be all casual about it and say, oh, it'll be okay, just manage it. Oh, no, 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 no. If that doctor was worth anything, he would have been saying, go to the hospital. This is serious. This is crazy. Doctors are not that casual in situations like this.
One of those things weight loss has to take care of as well. Okay, guys. I guess that's it for this video. I ate my lunch, and then dinner will be later.
Just because she's done with her meal, she could have sat and talked to people. She doesn't do lives anymore. Anymore, her videos are just sit down and watch me eat. But what she could do is make it into a eat and then have like a little talk session. Make it more personable. Because if you're really having a mukbang experience and eat with me, you don't just sit down at the table with somebody and scarf down your food and dip. If you're sitting with a friend, you sit and you talk while you eat, or you eat and then you sit and talk for a little bit before you get up and leave. But all she does is sit down, scarf down her food, and dip. And you wonder why your views suck.
I don't know if I'm gonna mukbang it or not.
You shouldn't. If you cared about your health, you would not mukbang anymore. This video you just did, you could have done that off camera. Honestly. If you want to be more mindful about your food, you have to put your mind on your food. Turn the camera off. If it's teaching you or reinforcing mindless eating, take the camera away so you can focus better. But I know you won't, because you got to make money with every meal.
Probably not. But it's basically, this is a wet wipe. It's basically organic whole grain pasta with
It's done. Bye. Bye, pasta. It was nice knowing you. So she just had the quinoa salad. There were carbohydrates in that because of the quinoa. She should be good. That's a pasta side dish. That's why you had it beside you. Why even order that? You just ate a meal. Why not put it in the fridge? Why? Because that's like her little, side pasta salad. She's going to eat that off camera because she's not full. She's not full. That pasta salad is gone. She's like, I don't know if I'm going to mukbang with this. Well, if you don't, we know exactly what you did with it. You ate it off camera so you wouldn't get in trouble.
With which the doctor said whole grains are good for you. Vegan. It's a vegan bolognese, so it has lentils, vegetables.
It's basically like spaghetti, and you just had the salad. You don't need all that. Put it away.
Vegan parmesan, which is like nutritional yeast and some kind of nuts mixed together. So it's very clean food, not fatty. I find that I'm not vegan, but I find eating vegan sometimes, excuse me, it's like, I don't know, just feel healthy doing it. Like, it doesn't hurt my stomach.
Chantal, you're not concerned about eating healthy. You are concerned about getting that sugar rush in your brain. Because processed foods, they have a lot of sugar, a lot of carbs, all that stuff. That's what causes the dopamine, the brain explosion, the boom moment that hits you upside the face. That umami moment, if you will. And you are addicted to that feeling. And you're always looking for things to give you that feeling. And anything sweet or carby is going to give it to you. But anything healthy, you won't get that dopamine. You're chasing the dopamine. You just had that salad. You don't need that in front of you. Have some self-control and put it away. Put it away.
It's not really high in like saturated fat, so maybe that's why. More plant-based is lower in certain fats that without having a gallbladder, it really helps me. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Well, she ended that real quick when she brought out the pasta. I know what happened to the pasta. I know what happened. It's a done deal. Hey, shut up, Foodie. Shut up. Quiet. Rude. I said be quiet. All right. I wonder what the comments say. Yeah, people in the comments they're kind of hopeful for her. But Diane Wirtz says, your liver is not fine. We all saw the results. You have severe fatty liver. Yeah, but she's had that for years. A few years ago, she said she had non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. And she out of her own mouth said that her liver is 3 times the size of normal. And I believe her. As a matter of fact, I remember one live stream that Chantal did when she was back in the villa. Before Salah, before putting on the abaya, before putting on the hijab, and she'd run around in sports bras and tight pants. I remember one live stream that I'm like, holy gods, because on her side where the liver was, you could see, it looked like there was scarring underneath the skin. Yeah, you could actually see it, like something was severely wrong. And I'm like, wow. And it was bad even then. It's probably even worse now. Even worse. Also, your weight on there was over 500 pounds. Please get your heart checked. I believe she's over 500. Let's see. What else we got here? Yeah, everybody in the comments is cheering her on. She's getting everybody's hopes up. Everybody's getting their hopes up, like she's. Can I just say something? This is just my thoughts. This is just me talking. Just hear me out for a minute. Chantal has always been abusive to her own subscribers. And whether they want to think about it this way or not, or consider it or not, It is my honest opinion that a lot of them are involved in a abusive relationship with Chantal. Now, a lot of people might be scratching their head thinking, well, what do you mean, Rose? It is possible to be involved in a relationship, even from afar, and someone abuse you. Because anyone knows that words hurt just as much as any punch. But there's an abusive cycle going on here. She gets on her channel and she does things that harm herself. There are people on her channel that are concerned for her, that care for her. They watch her every day. They're concerned for her welfare. So those that care, those that have empathy, when they see Chantal doing things to hurt herself, it raises their blood pressure. It makes them stressed out. It makes them sad. It makes them depressed to watch her slow decline. She'll hurt herself, but by hurting herself on camera, she is indirectly, inadvertently hurting other people. Just keeping them always on edge, on edge, on edge. All that negativity, keeping people on edge. So she'll keep people on edge to keep people watching her content, right? And then when she feels like she's pushed everybody to their limit, which is what abusers do, they're always looking to see what the line is, like how much people can take. When they feel like they've reached that line and people are really fed up with their nonsense and about ready to walk away, that's when they'll throw you a scrap of hope, a positive energy. They'll love bomb you. They will be concerned for you and apologize, and I'm going to get myself together, to help calm things down and to kind of lure you into a place of peace. And you'll get a brief sigh of relief and be happy about it. But then the hurt starts all over again. It's a toxic cycle, and it's abusive. It's highly abusive to do that to people around you, whether you're online or in person. And this is a cycle that's been going on for years on her channel. Like, keep everybody on edge, keep them concerned, make them upset, make them angry. And then when she feels like she's pushed them a little bit too far and people are sick of her crap and they might leave, she'll pull them back and say, I'm sorry, I'll be concerned for my health. It's different this time. I'm going to go on a water fast and I'm going to take care of myself, but it never happens. It's just promises and words said to keep people around them, to keep focused on them. That's an abusive relationship. When you're around someone, and that can be true of an intimate relationship or a friendship or even something like this. Like if you feel yourself getting saturated with negativity and stress and concern at the point where it's affecting you, the only way to stop it is to walk away. Turn away. Chantal's not about that life of doing positive content. It's always been negative content, drama, shock, toxicity. Attracting people to her channel and making them almost addicted to her. Concern for her. Painting a picture of she's been wronged by the reaction channels. Like we're all doing her wrong. We're a bunch of bullies. Although she's one of the biggest bullies on YouTube. And one of the biggest manipulators and scammers. Hence the reason why I call her Fraudy Beauty. She's a fraud. She's a con artist. She's a liar and manipulator. And she's abusive to people. Period. Period. But yeah, all you VIBs, just think about what I said. Okay? Just think about it. The fact that you're going to Foodie's channel and high stress all the time. She makes y'all angry. And then she pulls you back with promises of I'm going to do better and everything's going to change and what do you guys think? And it's a toxic, abusive pattern that real life in-person abusers use to keep their victims, to keep people that they target around them, so they can keep using them in some way Just think about that thought, okay? All right, so I've said my piece, and I'm going to end this react, and I hope that all of you have a very good day today, and I'll see you guys on the next one. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care now. Bye.